So if you're that golfer that just struggles continuously no matter where you're at, whether it's off the tee or your next approach shot, if you're just slicing the ball, this video is specifically for you. So what we're going to do before I jump into the drill is let's understand our body path real quick. So looking at your body, I'm basically going to get a golf club shaft and run it parallel to my toes. Now what I'm going to do here is extend it outward away from my body to a position where I feel like the golf ball would be. So I've got my body path and then I've got my ball to target path. What happens for a lot of golfers that slice the ball will take their backswing and then in the downswing they'll somehow arrive over here on the outside portion of where that shaft is. And what that's telling us is that you're starting to gain an outside to inward path as you strike the ball. And for right-handed golfers, if the club face is somewhat square to open, that's where you're going to see the shot just bleed out to the right. In the same situation, let's say the club face is closed, this is where that outside to in path could actually create a low pull hook. So for those of you that really struggle on both ends and you've got this massive miss where you could slice the ball just as equally as you could hook the ball left, this is going to help you gain a better understanding of what's happening. So back into that position where I've got my body line and I've got my ball to target line, we want to be able to swing more on a path that would be deemed as inside to out to square to back around our body. And the people that slice the ball wind up over here in the downswing. Now, the number one culprit behind that is extension in that trail arm. If we're to the top of my backswing, you can see I've got a nice bend in my right elbow, my trail elbow. If I make my downswing and that arm starts to extend, I'm going to position myself into a steep position with the shaft, and I'm going to be swinging outside to in. You're going to lose a lot of yardage, and you're going to lose a lot of control. So what we want to do is kind of pinpoint on what that trail arm is doing. If that elbow remains bent, and as I come down, it stays tight to the body, you can notice that I'm now swinging on an inside to out path, meaning that I'm working outwardly towards the shaft and ball. That's what's going to help me develop a lot more consistency, a lot more power. The beauty in it is your swing can actually become shorter, but way more effective, way more powerful. So the drill that I'm going to share with you does exactly that. I'm going to take two golf balls. I've got my 9-iron. I've got two golf balls running perfectly perpendicular to my body line, and they're spaced about 2 to 2.5 inches apart. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to address the outside ball. I'm going to take my backswing, and the objective here is to actually hit the inside ball. So subconsciously, you get to the top and you think you need to hit the inside. Well, you're not going to hit the inside ball from here without putting yourself in danger of hitting the outside ball. I'm going to get up here and keep that trail elbow flexed. I'm going to keep it close to my body, and naturally, I'm going to swing on a much more effective path. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you here. Now, one of the big keys is making this change in path. You might hit some shots that would be deemed as blocks, and you're like, great, Brett, you just taught me how to hit immediately to the right. Well, hold on. We're going to gain some club face control. This is a drill that takes a little bit of time for it to marinate and develop into your game. So I'm going to address the outer ball, and I'm going to try to hit the inside ball. And when I'm doing this, I need to make sure that I'm nice and fluid. I'm not trying to kill it. It's smooth. It's slower than you normally swing. So here we go. All right, and with that, contact felt pretty good. And as you can see, I picked up a pretty natural draw. My club path was 4.3 degrees inside out, and the club face was closed a little bit. So that's why you saw a little accentuation in that draw. So now I'm going to do another, just to kind of see where I'm at. And again, keeping it smooth, keeping it compact is what we're going to gain the most out of. And you'll find that it's really easy to start hitting the ball solid. You know, I'm taking just a fraction of a swing and I'm getting almost 130 yards with this shot. It's not how far you have to swing the club that'll develop consistency in ball striking and power. You know, somebody that swings this big long swing, yes, they might connect and hit the ball really far occasionally, but who wants to do it occasionally when you can do it every time? Let's keep things consistent. So now that I know that I've hit these last two shots a little bit to the left, I'm going to be a little bit more conscientious of the club face. Let's not let it come in close this time. And there, a little bit more control. And I'll take that. You know, from 130 yards or so, I'm going to be happy that that ball is landing where it is because it's on the putting surface. Now, as you do this drill, you can naturally start to increase your speed, but start off slow, short, and compact. That way you get it down, you understand what's happening here. And then before you know it, you're addressing the golf ball regularly, the one that's closest to you, and you're hitting those shots and continuing to swing inside out. So I hope you find this helpful, and please like and subscribe for more. Love to hear your comments below.